Okay, so we're picking up at line 167. Istus Magnus factions. So it's these great factions or groups or conspiracies or whatever. Let's click down there. Animos, used for courage or forwardness. These dapsiles, that's the adjective, so it's abundant and sumptuous. Dotes, which is dowries. The shouting, the clamors, the imperia, it's a neuter plural, for a lot of ordering around. A vehicular, as we have vehicles like vehicular manslaughter, etc. So vehicles which are arboreata, means they've got ivory in them, or panelled or something. Palace is a type of cloak, and purpurum, so it's purple, probably purple clothing. Nil more, so he wants nothing to do with these accusatives. Which, into servitude, and with the accusative, by these costs or with these costs, these sumptibusses, they redig it, they drive viros, they drive men into slavery. So it's women having these groups and factions and sumptuous dowries, etc. Eunomia. Dic mihi, tell me, queso, I beg, who est, who vis, who to ducere inuxa. So, who is it who you want to marry anuxa, to take this wife? Who do you want to marry a wife? And Megalodorus, there's Meg for Megalodorus, says, I'll tell you, I will eloqua. We have a question, there's the N for a question, sometimes it's NE. This hunk, senum, old man, Eucleonum, this old man Eucleo, our neighbour from Proximo. So he's our neighbour, you know, our neighbour from next door, who's a pauperculum, he's a man in poverty. I'll scroll a bit. Novi means I know him. Hominid hord malum. So he's not a bad man, not a malum, which is bad. Me castor, an interjection by castor. He's not a bad man. Novi, I know him. Megalodorus. I desire eos, his filiam. If I go down here, the filiam will fit on one line. I desire the daughter, the virgin daughter, virgin, to be desponsored to me. So desire takes an infinitive, so desiring to be engaged to Eucleo's virgin daughter or young daughter. Nay facias, don't you make verba, neuter plural, accusative, don't make words soror, vocative, so don't make any words sister. I know what dictura is, I know what you're going to say. Hank to be pauperam, she's a pauper. This girl is a pauper, Hank pauper. But it's pleasing to want her, or he desires to have her. Di bene vortent. Yeah, that's the will of the gods. So the gods will turn things out well. Megalodorus. Idem. Pronoun. I hope it'll be idem. I hope it'll be so. Eunomia. Quid me. What me? Num quid. So num quid means what? What do you want? What do you want from me? And Megalodorus says, Vale, goodbye. And you, frata, which is brother, she's talking to a brother, says, and you, goodbye. Back to Megalodorus. I will conveniam Eucleo. I'll go to meet Eucleo. If est at domi, if he's at home. Megalodorus continues. I see him, echem, type of interjection, but it just means, but look, now I see him. Nescio, I don't know, undi, from where the homo, the man is reciping, say, I don't know from where he's taking himself, doma. So she sees him coming home, accusative means going there, but from where, I don't know. That's what the Nescio is about. Don't know exactly where he's coming from, but I see himself bringing himself home. So recipiate, reflective of that say. Now we're up to the next scene, starting with Eucleo. Presage, it's like seeing into the future. Here we go. So I was a bit prescient. I saw in the future that me to go frustra in vain. So in his soul, his animus, he figured it'd be going out frustra in vain. From exibam, so I went out, domo from home, and so abibam, I went away invitus or unwillingly. So before he went, he was figuring he was going to be going in vain. Anyway, he went out from home and he did it unwillingly. And turns out, nam nequi, for there was not quisquam anyone curialium of the same curia, these are the Roman districts, so there was not anyone from our district who venerated, who came, neither did the magister, the guy who's in charge of it, who apported, who ought to divide out or distribute the argentum, the silver. He went out to get his silver so he could cover up the fact that he had a pot of gold, but no one turned up. Now propero, so he's using it twice. Now I'm hastening home. For ego met, for I, sum hic, I'm here, and my animus, my heart and soul, domias, is at home. Comes across Megalodorus, who says, Salvus et fortunas, Euclio. Good health and fortune. Always CS, will you, that's a subjunctive, will you always be in this condition that you're well and fortunate? The gods love you, Euclio says Megalodor. It's Megalodorus in the vocative. And how are you? Quid tu? Are you, there's the N for a question. Are you right and as you want to be? Vales, in your health, you might want to say. Is everything how you want it to be going? And Euclio says, non temerarium est. So this little bit, Euclio's talking to himself. So it's not randomly or rashly, temerarium, so randomly. When a dives, when a rich man, appellates, calls a pauper, or he names this a pauper, so blande, flatteringly. Yam, now, illic here, this homo, this man, he skits, he knows me to habere aurum. This man knows I have gold. That's why this rich man's talking to a poor man. Yeah, for this reason, he is saluting, he's greeting me, blandius, rather flatteringly. Megalodorus says, Aintu te valere, so are you doing well? Or valere is the health, so are you healthy, etc.? Pol, it's a interjection for pollux, by pollux you might want to say, I'm not per bene, I'm not very well with money, pecunia. Here it is without all these macrons. So I'm not very well on account of money, he's got the A there. By pol, if you have an animus equus, if you have a calm mind or a fair mind, if there is, est tibi, if this is to you, then satisfactorily you will have enough. Looks like a purpose qui, so that you can coalesce, so that you can dwell or live, your vitam, your life bene, well. So if you've got a nice mind, you have enough for what you need to live well. Euclio again, anus. The old woman Hercules, has fecunded, has made an indication, huic dative to him, concerning the gold, perspicuously or very clearly, the matter is parlem, open. To whom, now, if it's future, very soon, I'll praesidem, I'll cut out her linguam, her tongue, and I will ephodiam, I'll dig out her eyes, domai, at home, or when I get home. Megalodorus, what are you, solus alone, ticum, with yourself, loquering, what are you saying with yourself? Because he was talking aside to himself. Conqueroring, I'm complaining about my poverty, my pauperium. I have a grandam virgin, I have an older maiden or daughter with a dodo dowry, casem, it's empty, it's no dowry for her, and she's inlocatable. When you place a girl to be married, you locate her with a man, and neither am I able, quio, to locare her to quiapem to anyone, and I can't marry her off to anyone. Okay, so I set up the daily dictionary word, curialis. Curialum was the state of the word, plural genitive. Member of the same curia, which we when he went out to get the silver distributed. He was talking about that. Okay, back to the plot. Where were we at? Tarke, says Megalodorus. Be silent. Habe, have, imperative. Bonum animum. Be of good cheer, Euclio. It will be given, says Megalodorus. Adjuvabarus, that's the shortened version. It leaves the S off the end. You'll be helped, by me. Dick, speak if something, si quid, oppossessed, is needed. Impera, another imperative, order it. And if you need something, and you'll be helped by me. Euclio, nunc pedit. Now he's seeking something when he's promising. So he's making this promise so he can get something. He's inhiating, he's gaping his jaws open over the gold so that he can devour it. In one hand, altura mena, he ferts the lapidum, he carries a stone, while he's ostentate with the other, he's showing with the other bread. So he's showing bread with one hand, but really he has a stone in the hand. Credo, I trust nemini in the dative, I trust no one who blandus est, who is dives, who is rich, who does flatterings with his largesse or giving stuff to the pauperi, to someone in poverty. So he doesn't trust anyone who's flattering and wants to bestow something really when if he's a rich man doing it for a poor one. When he injects a menum, when he throws in his hand or shows his hand, benigni, kindly, he burdens this there with another loss, iliquam zimiam, it's loss or injury. Okay, so if he's there, so if he throws a hand out, there he's burdening you with other losses. I novi istos, I know these polypusses, these octopuses, who, ubi, when they tetigerunt, quid, when they touch anything, tenant, they hold it. Megalodorus, give me your attention, your operam, parumpa, for a little while. In a few words, I guess, Euclio, what it is I want concerning a common matter, communal ray. What do we do? Okay, appella ray. So it's I want to name something. I want to name something which is yours and mine in common, and it's a ray. It's a matter. I think we'll end it there with misero ei me. So it's misery to me or woe to me.